Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 here in Gelderland. Just going to shut that one off there a second. The combine, if I go and have a look, I got a little bit of straw left to pick up there. Combine over here has got 128,000 litres of grain in it. So let's... I love that. I really, really love that. Let's go and empty this out a minute. So I want to put like another 30,000 litres of corn into the potato thing and 30,000 litres into the cereal one up here. The rest of what we've got is going to go into storage. I'm not going to do anything else with it. So let's bring you out here. I'm pretty sure it's this one that it's got to go into. Is it? Yep, it is this one. Right. And it's only this one. The other one doesn't actually need any. If we have a look. Pretty sure it doesn't. Scroll up. Right. Cereal. No, this other one doesn't actually need any at all. It's already full of oats in there. This one here. Yeah. The raisins thing. I definitely want to do the raisins thing. And he's still producing. That's why it's like dribbling it out a little bit to a time. Don't worry about that. Okay, let's bring you on over this way, and I'm actually going to speed time up a little bit. We're going to go to 5 times speed here, just a little bit extra. And then that one can go over there. Get the rest of the corn into that one that is needed, and then the remaining roughly 60,000 litres-ish, 61,000 litres, that is going to go... Let's fold you up as well. That's going to go into storage over this way. And that's our harvest finished. And I still need to give myself a little bit of diesel, which we'll go and do in a bit. I'm not going to do it just yet. I'm busy. I didn't think this through, did I? Okay, let's go that way. There. Okay, I've got to have it running to unload. That's fine. All right, we'll do that. And I'll go to this one. Lower that one down. I'm on 174,000 litres of sugar beet already, which is a slightly insane quantity of the stuff. I do rather like just how much we're getting from this field. Right, that's probably fine there. Let's spin round. And I'm going to take this little bit that we've got now. We will put the spout out like this. And then we're going to drop that into this mother bin that we've got. And there might be just a teensy-tiny little bit of fertilizer in the way here at the moment. So I'm just going to move that over there. And maybe 1 or 2 more of these as well. Over here, out of the way. I wonder if I can just push them out of the way. Let's have a look. Push one. Ha 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 ha! That's the way to do it. Right, so then you grab another one, and I just shove them up like that. There. And that one as well. Push them all in. There's one more over here. Can go over there as well. Right. Everything is all cleared out of the way, and then we can go up over here. Like this. Carefully pull up alongside here. And empty that out. This is actually going to take a while. Like this takes longer to unload than I thought. I'm going to need to tweak this because I don't like that. It seems too slow. That seems much too slow. Let's go over to our combine now that that one is emptied out. And you can reverse up this way. And then if I switch to the actual combine itself, I can start folding that one up. And I'll bring you over here to the fuel tank. Is that going to reach? Yep. Right, that one there is going to fill up. Is that free? I don't know. It's taking a long time to fill up. I know that much. And then this one here. Eventually, I'm going to want this one to take everything off of that bin over there. But I'm not quite ready for that yet. So let's go and have a look there. And I love the way that that is piled up in the middle there. That's actually really cool. That it's sort of sticking up higher than you would normally expect it to. I'm going to take a pass along this end, and then I'll be able to let the hired help carry on with this while we go and move things around a little bit. So let me just go up through here. Because the other end, I think, will be alright to just turn round as it is. I don't think I'm going to need to do anything special up there, because it does have the road. It should be able to cope with that, at least I hope. Let's go to there, like that. Actually, there's a little bit there I missed, see? I know, we're talking thousands and thousands and thousands of litres of the stuff here, but it still bugs me when I leave a little tiny bit behind. Let's go there. Right, hired help, off you go. You're going to go and do that. And I'm never going to get tired of the colours that we've got on this thing. This is absolutely glorious. I really do like this one. I'm very pleased with this machine. It looks like he's able to turn around fairly well as well. I mean, he might wiggle and... Alright, you know, I'm just going to leave him to it, because otherwise it's just going to annoy me. You over here are now full. So I can spin you around a little bit, and then we can go and put you up there somewhere and just park you up. I ought to also wash this one off as we go. There we go. And that one can stop here somewhere. Right. Shut that one off. Can I lower it down? No. I wanted to drop it down like that. That was all. There. Right. Now. That one can stay there a second. And I'm going to take this one. The speed that that thing goes crossfield. It takes a long time to turn round, I've just realised. Because it sort of shunts backwards and forwards quite a bit while it's doing that. But it does eventually do it. Now, this is definitely an easier one to move when he's not loaded up like this. Oh, now he's turning around. It might have struggled a bit more, I guess, up at the other end, just because of the angle that it was at, or something like that. Then I'm going to have this one here, and what we're going to do is we're going to turn round as tight as we can. Like that. And I'm aware that it's probably looking a little bit glitchy at the moment, and that's just because of the way the... Actually, that's going to need to be running, and then I want to... Can I have that one turn on? It doesn't need to turn on, it just stays like that. Yeah, this needs to turn around. It'll figure it out, and then I want to go to... No, yes. Okay. It needs a little bit more space to be able to turn around, so I guess it would probably do it a bit quicker if we had if I did like another slice off the other end. I'm not going to worry about that though. I'm very curious to see what happens with this cut sugar beet and how quickly... Oh, I love the fact that he's got that little thing there. Look at that. So we had like 190,000 in there in total, which means we should be able to... I think it does 1-to-1 for cut sugar beet. So we should get 190,000 of cut sugar beet in here. And then you get marginally more sugar if you've got it as cut sugar beet, which I think works out really well. I rather like that. Right, you have just come all the way up here, and you're almost full. So I'm going to turn off the hired help there, and I'm going to put the spout out, and then I'm going to spin it round. I'm going to go up over this way. So there's another 221,000 litres that we've got. It's going to go into here. I'll back that one up, and I'm going to put it up this end, just like that. It's all going to pour into there. And then we've got the cut sugar beet moving into the front bit. I really like this. Alright, one thing that I do really, really like is the way that this mother bin empties. If you have a look at that, it does empty from the back. So if I'm loading it in the back, that's fine. But if I load it all the way down to the front, it'll empty the back bit first before it starts unloading too much of this bit down the front end. So I can fill that one all the way up like that. And then reverse up. And I'm basically covering everything up as I go through. And then as it empties out into our lorry, it's just going to keep doing that, right? It's done that first bit, so I'm going to set this one here going with the hired help again. And then while he goes whizzing up across the field once more, we go up that way. And that's going to fold up there. And off he goes with a little bit of a wriggle and a jump. And then I'm going to go back to this one. So I've got 240,000 in here already. I'm going to load up the second part of it. And I'll be able to get a full 480,000 litres in here. If we're going to have a look at the sugar factory, I don't think we can actually take that much. Not even close, I don't think. Where is it? There's the sugar factory. Right. I can take 360,000. That's actually pretty good. If I was to upgrade this one, I mean, I can't at the moment because I don't have the money for it. But upgrading it means that we'd be able to put a lot in. I'll just have to put this into storage for now, and then we'll do something with that a bit later on. Right, I don't want that. I don't want that. You can do your turning around, and we'll leave you to it. It's straw that I want to get on. Oh. Right, so if I'm going to... I think I'm going to do sugar beet in the big field. Right, we've done a few different things in the big field. I think we did oats in there, and we've done some wheat in there. I'm going to do sugar beet in there next. These two fields up here, I'm not going to do a root crop. I think we'll do potatoes down here in this long field. I'll do sunflowers in those two. Right, so these three here, I'm going to do sugar beet and I'm going to do sunflower. So I'm going to want a row crop planter for both of those crops, which means that I'm going to need to cultivate those fields. So you stay there a minute. We need to get a cultivator going, which means I'm going to need a different tractor. I've got that tractor right there, which is kind of like a cow tractor. That one's being used. And then I've got the John Deere, which I'm using here, and then I'm using the other one. So I could really do with another tractor. I don't know what tractor to get. No, I won't. I won't get another tractor for now. I will use this one, because I haven't used this one in ages. It's just been sat here in the barn, and we really do need to use it. Like, it's a good tractor. There's no reason that we shouldn't be using it. So let's go and take this one here. I know we've got others sitting on roofs and that, but they have purpose. Their purpose is to sit on roofs. We're going to run you around this way. And that feed wagon's going to stay there. Just like that. And then I'm going to take this bad boy. So I don't need to plough these fields that I'm looking at. But I do need to prepare them for a planter. And most of the planters, you need to cultivate the field first. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to cultivate these fields. So is this field on my... Well, both these fields here that are on either side of me, and the great big field there, our biggest one at the moment. It won't continue to be the biggest one. We have plans. So these three fields, we need to cultivate all three of them, which means that we're going to need a cultivator that will fit the purpose. Now, I was torn on this one. I must admit, I was genuinely torn. When I do some cultivating, am I going to want another fleet of tiny tractors and tiny planters and stuff like that, and or cultivators, and do it that way, or will I do it slightly different? And I ummed and ahed about it for a little bit, and I've decided at the moment I'm going to go with just a standard cultivator, and we're going to do something like that. So a cultivator that we used to have when I was a teenager was a rotavator, and those are really good. It's basically a powered cultivator, and I have a rotavator mod here somewhere, if I can find the thing. I got a lot of cultivators here, and it's not even here. It's probably because it'll be under power harrows or something like that. Oh, it's actually a spader. It's come under a spader. Spader prepares the field for next sowing. It can be used instead of a plough. So this is the rotavator that I wanted to use. I didn't realize it was classed as a spader because in the when I was first looking at it, it was slightly differently. So you've got, this is very, very much like the rotavator that my dad had when I was a teenager. He has still got it, but it's mostly fallen apart now and just turned into rust. So his looked like that. It wasn't a Solga, I don't think, but it might have been. It looked very, very similar to this one, right? It really did look extremely similar to this one. I just don't remember what the make of it was. And also, it wasn't that color. It was kind of this color. That looks really similar to what my dad's one does. The gearbox is slightly different. The gearbox does look a bit different to that. The gearbox was on the top and then came, so the PTO went to a box on the top and then it dropped down. But other than that, it is pretty similar. So I did make a slight adjustment to it because I wanted to go a little bit faster. So we can do 40 kilometers an hour with this one. We will go with this type of cover, I think. And I also did add in the full color selection on it, so we could go with a nice bright pink one if we want. Actually, you know what? I'm going to. I haven't actually had a whole bright pink machine for a little while. We've got there, we've got that one. There's no decal at all. Actually, like this one because I like the symbol on there. So we're gonna buy this bad boy right here. There we go, and if I jump out of there, let's go over here. The sugar beet is currently full. We'll get back to the sugar beet in a minute. We've been playing around with that for a while. We want to just get going with this one, so I'm going to pick that one up. And you can see the tractor is so big compared to our little tiny rotavator here that the arms can't even get close enough to grab hold of the thing, which could be a bit of a problem, admittedly. That could be a problem. So I'm just going to bring that one in there. And yeah, you guessed it. I did make it a little tiny bit wider. Only a smidgen. This is awesome. Let's lower that one down. Haha. And that worked. I adjusted the soil points. I wasn't sure how to add more of them, but I was able to spread the ones that were there out completely because those were all like on the base model. They're all underneath the hood there, so you just have them there. But I thought it would be better to at least let us see where we're working. So we've got those all spread out now along the full length of the machine. And it's doing a nice wide width. I mean, yes, I could have gone a lot bigger than this. And I could make some of these machines so that they do like pretty much the entire field in one go. But I don't know. I don't like the idea of like that feels like it would be too excessive. I realise that me stating that anything is a bit too excessive may seem somewhat hypocritical considering the nature of this series, but you know, this feels like we're doing something. This feels like, you know, my task has purpose. Whereas if I was to go and just have it so that we could do the entire field in a single pass, it just doesn't seem right. Now, I want to actually work at the job. I just don't necessarily want to work at it quite as long as you might if this was a fully realistic series. Well, we're just speeding things up a little tiny. Just a smidgen. I'm really pleased with this. I am really pleased. This is that came out really well. It's a shame I don't know how to add in extra ones. I've no idea how you'd go about adding in extra points on this, but if I could basically just have that whole thing all the way along. And also to extend the actual machine itself, all I would possibly be able to do is literally just stretch the machine out so that it looked a lot wider. But I don't want to do that because then you're driving along and it's clipping through everything. And for me, that kind of just spoils it a little bit. I don't actually want to do that. I just like the idea of doing it like this. I think it's brilliant. So what we can do with this is I can... And this also works as a plow, so I don't even need to get on to the plowing with some of our fields. I can just use this one instead, although I don't actually want to do that. Right, let's go around this one, like this. There we go. Go right through there like that, and I love the fact that I've got these bits sticking up, because it's a really great visual. I can see where the outside edges of our machine are. As long as I'm moving, like as soon as you stop, they disappear. So you do have to stay moving. And if I bring that one up there like that. So I've covered that bit. And then I go here. If I press H now, get the hired help going on this bit. Let's back that up. We can go over a little tiny bit more. I love the fact that we got this visual on here. This is awesome. This is absolutely awesome. That can now run up through there, and it should, in theory, be able to turn around and head back up again. So the final test that we need to see on this one is whether or not I have set the hired help barrier, the edges of the hired help correctly. And I always have the hired help set slightly smaller than the width of the machine itself. For those of you who do know about going in and altering these machines, I've basically set the scale of it to it was like 0.4 and minus 0.4, so I've changed it so that it's 10 and minus 10, and then the hired help, as far as the hired help is concerned, the edge of the machine is 9.5 and minus 9.5. So you can see it does overlap a little bit, but I've done that quite deliberately so that it definitely gets everything. Because otherwise, if you set it right on the very edge, sometimes it does leave bits behind. And I don't really like that. I'd rather it do a little bit more and get everything rather than leaving little strips, because little strips just really irritate me. Right, you carry on there. You're doing absolutely fine. And we need to go over here. So I've got 418,000 on that one. You maybe possibly overshot a little tiny bit right there. Let's go and take this one and... Ooh. I see. This is why he overshot a bit, because this one hasn't got the line of code in there that basically allows you to ignore the weight of the product that you've got on board. There is a line that you can put in. I think it is you basically just weight limit false or something like that. Can't remember exactly what it is, but it's a pretty simple line of code that you just go and add in, and then you then don't have to worry about anything at all. And I really don't like the way that we have everything flickering here. But it's basically to do with the new graphics settings that I had to get because of the trees flickering. I had to dial down the graphics a bit, and one of the side effects is I altered the shadow quality slightly, and that's what makes the field texture with stuff like the sugar beet really flicker quite badly, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's something that does particularly irritate me, but there's not a lot that we can do about it. Just fill you up right there. Now the bin is, well, I say the bin, the lorry is now full. I'll drive you up this way. I'll empty this one out and get it started again, then we can go and empty the lorry. Right, we bring this one back in around here. I'm going to deliberately set the overlap a little bit back because of just finishing off the fields. There's not a lot left to do in that field now. And then I'm going to go... Oh, if only I could have done rotivating this fast. That would have sped the whole job up quite a bit. That's fantastic. Right, and then we want this one. So we've got 480,000 litres of chopped sugar beet. I don't have the money to go and upgrade the factory. I could, of course, go and borrow some more money and upgrade that factory a bit, but I choose not to. I don't actually want to do that. And I do mean what I've said several times now. I would actually like to be able to start paying back some of the money that I have been borrowing. And in order to be able to do that, I'm going to have to... Right, if I can go there... Yeah, in order to be able to do that, I'm going to need to... I've changed. Oh, we've got to change next tool I've got to do. No. Can I not change the bin number while it's unloading? I was hoping to have both of them unloading at the same time, but apparently you can't go and do that. Stop overloading. We've got to wait for that one to finish overloading. Unload here, close cut. Yeah, there it is. Right, so you can't actually do it while you've got one of the halves unloading. That's why it didn't work. Okay, so then I can go into here. We want to go to that one, and we got the sugar beet. That bad boy right there. No, that one. Activate. And we're making sugar. Now, I'll have the first lot spawn out rather than going in automatically. We're going to need 200,000... No, we don't. Oh, that's good. Okay, we don't need to put any into there. We definitely don't need any in that one. We want some in this one, and we're going to want some in that one. And then if we scroll down here and take another look, we're also going to need some there for that. But we also then need some to come in here, 72,000 litres, so that we can start producing this stuff. And that magical little concoction, we need to put... Wait, what? I thought we had to use that for cake. So where do we need chocolate? Nope. Oh. Not that one. We do need it in the chocolate muesli factory, but I think that's the only one. Oh, and here, yes, this one as well. Alright, I'll bring the lorry back over, and we can start just taking the rest of the sugar beet that we've already got in here, plus there's a little bit left in the harvester, and that is the very end of our harvest. So, I'm going to put you into there. And then I can go over to this one. We've got 66,000 litres of sugar beet in there, and that is all done. This field right here... Probably oats. We'll probably do oats in this one. So I'm thinking I'm going to need grass. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.